Hello, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Today, what I'm going to be talking to you about is the Brows Made Simple technique, which is a very coveted technique that I've created to draft or create really advanced eyebrow patterns in a simplified manner. So, if you look at this pattern here at the top, it looks very complex, but I'm gonna give you a very simplified way of creating this pattern here with some simple steps. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that you're gonna have to do, or that I'm gonna do, is create what's called a spine. And a spine is a line that kind of divides the eyebrow. And it generally starts somewhere in the front. It's based on the person's natural hair growth and where it begins to fan over and kind of swirl over. You'll notice it when you look at your client's eyebrows. So you're going to create a line of demarcation to indicate where that swirl or that wave in the hair is taking place. In front of the brow, there's going to be one pattern, and behind this spine, there's going to be another pattern. So I'll get started with the front strokes in here. And I'm going to be doing some cluster strokes. So 1, 2, 3. Something that's very important to do when you are building an eyebrow. 1, 2, 3. Is to make sure that you work your perimeter. So making sure that when you're building and creating your strokes, that you work from line to line so that you ensure that you're giving your client the design that she anticipated when you did your brow mapping on her. All right, so I'm just gonna keep stroking up. And now you see I'm at the spine. So what I'm going to do next is begin to add strokes, but then curve them onto that spine. And what I'm doing by bringing my strokes onto that spine line is I'm creating that swirl that is naturally occurring in the client's eyebrows. So again, hair patterns should always look very natural and seamless. You don't want it to look very obvious. It should flow with their natural hair growth. So that's what this spine helps us do. It helps to mimic their natural hair growth. All right. And I'll do another stroke there. You can see a nice swirl is building in the eyebrows. Okay, and we're almost done with the first part of the brow. Always make sure that you cover the very bottom line as well. All right, so the front part of the brow is complete. As you can see, I'll wipe off at the very end. So now we're gonna do the arch and tail strokes. So because these strokes are after the spine, you're gonna do them in a different direction. So they're actually going to go over, down, and over. So I'll show you that again. You're gonna go down, and then you're gonna have smaller strokes that proceed under. Let me switch my positioning. So now with the Brows Made Simple technique, you actually do not just create this stroke here and then build underneath it. what you do is what I'm going to demonstrate next. You will actually create a larger stroke, one longer stroke, and then build smaller strokes into it. So I'll demonstrate that now. So you go like this, and you'll bring the stroke down further, like that. And then you'll do smaller strokes into the brow, that longer stroke you created. And then you'll finish off on the bottom line. So I'll do that again. Down like that. And then you'll bring the strokes down onto that line, which when it's done, it's gonna just look like the same pattern. Do it again. And we're almost done. Always want to make sure you cover the very bottom perimeter with the stroke as well. All right, so we are done. So the next thing I'm going to do is just wipe so we can see what the brow looks like. And voila. Have a really beautiful brow. Was very simple to create. And this is just one pattern that you will learn in our classes. I really do like to focus on creating the most realistic hair patterns as possible and really building. So now this one here is a more simplified version of this. The strokes are packed tighter, but we're just doing this one really quickly. So that's why it's a little bit more open, but you can see the general design is there. You see that nice wave there, and then the downward strokes, and then the frontward strokes are really nice and fluffed out. So this is the Brows Made Simple technique, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll sign up. I look forward to seeing you. My name is Maya Moore. I'm the senior instructor and master artist at the Microblading Institute, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.